a terrifying thing to be playing as an actor. Somebody said to me, what would you like to see from Vecna in season 5? And I said, I feel like there's unfinished business between himself and Will. So yeah, the reference was like broad and varied and stuck up all around my house.
We stay true to ourselves. Stay true to our friends.
Do it.
No matter the cost.
But the first 5 minutes are out there, they've been released, and everyone is kind of so excited about how we've seen the beginnings of Vecna and Will's relationship, dynamic, connection. I wondered if you could tell me a bit about how Vecna might be planning to use that this season. Obviously, he's been away for a little while.
Wow, how he's planning to use his connection between himself and Will. When we wrapped season 4 and we were doing junkets for it, somebody said to me, what would you like to see from Vecna in season 5? And I said, I feel like there's unfinished business between himself and Will. And so whilst I can't give anything away as to how that might be used, I am certainly looking forward to people experiencing that. And I can tell you it was a lot of fun to play.
Before you even read the scripts this season, did you have any hopes for how Vecna might bow out in terms of, was there any part of you that was like, oh, I want a major kind of death scene, or what big hopes did you have?
Interesting. I mean, I joined this season and I joined the show as like, as a fan of the show. So what I can say is that with regards to like how this show is finishing, I'm, as a fan, I'm really, really, really happy and in love with how this ends. It's really beautiful and it's a very fitting end to a show that we all know and love.
Yeah, well, that you might have just covered that, but I was going to ask, how do you think, as a fan yourself, fans will feel at the end of the finale as the credits roll?
Everything. I mean, I think that's what I've been saying, is I think they'll feel everything, you know. I think there's going to be a lot of emotions going on. Yeah, somebody said to me the other day that like Stranger Things is the only show that in the last however many years that they can remember, they were screaming at their computer and or their television. So yeah, I think they're going to feel a lot.
Yeah, I had a moment like that at the end of episode 3, just waiting
Good.
for the rest of them. So can very much relate to that.
Good.
We see a slightly different side to Vecna. We see you sort of out of your prosthetics for once, which must have been a bit of a relief.
Yeah.
But what was it like to kind of show off that kind of different side to him and show off your range a bit more as an actor as well?
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, obviously with season 4, we introduced me as Henry, and we introduced the experience that he had in Hawkins National Lab. And it was really fun to play that dynamic of, you know, of sort of nice with the darker undertones. And then obviously in the 7th episode of season 4, you know, there was the wild switch up between Henry. And for this season, I think it's important to it's important for me to remember and to talk about the idea that this is a presentation. You know, this is not Henry in real life, because there is no Henry in real life now. So this is very much like, how much of myself can I show you and be nice with you and in order to sort of win, which is a terrifying thing to be playing as an actor, because you want to be, you want to sort of be handing over that truth as much as possible, but obviously you have to be burying that, you know, and hopefully that the person opposite you doesn't see that you're burying that as well. So it was really fun and it was lovely, and Matt and Ross had like a huge pool of reference to pull from, and I found myself pulling from that, you know, reference as well. And yeah, I had a great time doing it. It was cool.
Were there any particular notes that were memorable from Matt and Ross that really helped you in your performance?
Well, for season 4, I used funny games, something about Kevin, and other like big films and things in real life as well. For 5, I used Mr. Rogers, both the sort of real version and also Tom Hanks's version from Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. I used Pied Piper of Hamelin. I used Willy Wonka. I used a bit of Jack Nicholson in The Shining as well. But they also turned me on to films like Dark City, which was made at the same time as The Matrix was made, and we pulled from that a bit here and there as well. So yeah, the reference was like broad and varied and stuck up all around my house.